Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is your WWE Monday Night RAW review, the go-home show to, of course, Elimination Chamber live in Toronto on Saturday. Both chamber matches are filled. The card seems to be set. I think we have a full card that includes the unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Mr. Kevin Owens. And of course, Cody Rhodes confronting The Rock and determining whether or not he will sell his soul. Should be a pretty good show, honestly. Mainly focused around the chamber matches. And then a women's tag match in between. Yeah. I'm thinking they might possibly add an IC title match with AJ Styles and Braun Breaker. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, got no complaints about Chamber on Saturday, and I have no complaints about tonight's episode of Raw. Okay, that's a lie. I do have a couple of complaints, but overall, I thought it was a good show. Very strong show. Good way to set us up for not just Chamber, but also WrestleMania. So, getting right to the main event. This is not hyperbole. That women's tag team title match, Bianca Belair Naomi versus Liv Morgan and Raquel. So far, is my favorite women's tag team title match they've had in WWE since those titles came to fruition. I liked it better than any of the matches that Bayley and Sasha had. I liked it better than, honestly, any of the matches that Bianca and Jade had. This might have been my favorite match with those belts. That should tell you how I feel about the women's tag team division and how low the bar has been. I have never cared, or at least put credence behind, women's tag team wrestling. And I don't think WWE, to be fair, has done a great job of making us care at all about it either. That being said, if we get more matches like that, you might have something. Because that main event, Bianca Naomi, Liv Raquel, was awesome. Absolutely bonkers. And Jade didn't even need to show up. Jade didn't even need to show up. If Jade had showed up, it might have been one of my favorite matches all year so far. But no, it wouldn't have changed anything. It still would be an awesome match. But yeah, I thought the story that they needed to tell was exactly what happened. Liv Morgan and Raquel win with the help of Dominic Mysterio. And so you advance the storyline with Jade Cargill being attacked. Now focusing on the true perpetrators, or one of the perpetrators, Bianca Belair or Naomi. Because everyone's thinking it's Liv and Raquel. We've seen this before. No one believes it's Liv or Raquel. Everyone is looking at either Naomi or Bianca. Naomi is the obvious choice. And I've been saying that since it happened. Everyone's thinking, why didn't you just go for Naomi? How come you don't think it's Naomi? Because Naomi is the obvious choice, and Triple H never goes with the obvious choice. He never goes with the obvious choice. He always goes with the swerve. And the swerve is clearly Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair. Now I see people saying, or I've read people and seen people saying, I don't know if Bianca's ready to turn heel. I don't know you could turn Bianca heel because she's too much of a babyface. People like her. And I hate that argument. It's the same argument they had with John Cena. We don't want to turn him heel because we're scared that it would hurt the roster because they need top baby faces. WWE, especially nowadays, has plenty of top baby faces. I think Bianca will be fine because Rhea Ripley is a thing. And Bianca did do an interview with Fightful Select where she simply said, never say never. If the storyline calls for it, I'll be a heel. But here's her thing. Bianca did tell Sean Ross Sapp this, and I agree. She doesn't want to be one of those heels that fans love even though she's a villain. Bianca said, if I'm going to be a heel, I better be the most hated bitch on the roster. She wants to be an absolute menace. Someone that they hate. Which makes me think this is the storyline to do that. Imagine the kind of heat Bianca would have. If it does come out to be her, and I think, from my perspective, that's the best choice to go with. Will they go with her? I don't know. I would think if you're trying to set up Bianca versus Jade Cargill for WrestleMania, this is the way to do it. I would love to see that. Maybe they're going to do Bianca versus Naomi for WrestleMania. And then afterwards, Jade will show up, and then you do that feud for the rest of the summer. I don't know. But I would go with Bianca. I think Bianca, first off, needs to turn heel. I think she's been desperately needing a character change for the longest time. Since, I'm going to say since 2023. Honestly. I have never wanted to see her turn heel so badly in all my life. And look, I am somebody that believes Bianca is great at whatever she does. I think she's one of the best female wrestlers, or best wrestlers today, bar none, without question. But I do feel like she's gotten very stale. And I think if you turn her heel, and there are multiple ways you can do it. I'm thinking, and with the way things are looking too, you could have her be the one that attacked Jade Cargill. But what you do with her going into WrestleMania will be important. You can have her win the Chamber, fight Rhea Ripley, have Jade interfere in that match and cost her. And then we lead into Jade Cargill versus Bianca. Or you can have Liv win the Chamber, which is probably what they're going to do. Have Liv Morgan win the Chamber. We do one more match with Liv and I don't want to see another one, but honestly, I'm trying to think of another opponent for Rhea Ripley right now. There is nobody. If it's not Bianca, it's Liv. So, all right, you do Liv. They have one more Liv and Rhea match, and they've already done the history. There's nothing else to really promote about it. It's just going back to the well of Dominic Mysterio cheating on Rhea with Liv Morgan, the Liv Revenge Tour, taking Rhea out, getting her championship. The story's already there, right? And so Bianca and Naomi can just focus on themselves. And then they end up having their feud with Jade Cargill coming in, whether it's before or afterwards. Maybe Jade Cargill comes in that Chamber, and then we set up whoever attacked her. Again, I think it's Bianca. But if it's Naomi, same thing. Naomi versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. But see, that's the thing, though. Like, if it's Naomi, what does Bianca do? Maybe you have Bianca win the Chamber, and it's still revealed to be Naomi, and then you do Naomi versus Jade Cargill, while also doing Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. Maybe they pull a New Day. Maybe they both attacked her. I don't know. Maybe they both attacked her. That would be crazy. And then you can still do what we talked about. You can still do Bianca and Rhea, but at this point, Bianca would be the heel, and then Jay and Naomi, and then Jay then goes after Bianca. We'll see. There's plenty of ways you can go about it, but for the sake of having the best storyline possible, Bianca should be the one to attack her. That's just how I feel about it.
Next week they should recreate the 2002 Triple H and HBK storyline, one where Jade returns via satellite and reveal Bianca and Naomi double teaming her.
That would be... Look. If they go with the New Day reveal where they both attacked her, and you had Jade point out that it was both of them, that would be absolutely nuts. I don't think... this is just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think that they are going to, per se, do it like that. Although, Jade showing up on Satellite and saying it's one of them definitely is going to happen. But if you're doing the Triple H HBK thing, you gotta go with Bianca. You gotta go with Bianca. That would be a serious heel turn, though. A massive heel turn. And then align Bianca with the Street Profits? I'm telling you, like, Bianca is the best choice. And I can see it happening. It's not out of the realm of possibility. And just because you think it would hurt the company to turn her babyface, I think it would help the company. Because then she can get over other babyfaces like Dakota Kai, for instance. We'll get to Dakota Kai in a second. So, definitely something to sit on. Let me get your thoughts. Who do you think attacked Jade? What is the storyline going to end with? Naomi or Bianca being the one to attack her? Let me know. Speaking of Dakota Kai, let me get right to her. I thought Dakota and Lyra had another great match. Dakota continues to kill it as an in-ring performer. I get that people are scared that she's injury prone, but I don't think she's somebody that you should have to worry about. I think she's just great at making people look good. I don't like the fact that she lost clean. Again. The first time, whatever. But she lost again to Lyra Valkyria. And then afterwards, Ivy Nile just came out and attacked them both. To which I go, why didn't you just have Ivy Nile win last week and then disqualify herself this week? You didn't need to have Dakota Kai win last week to hurt Ivy and then lose to Lyra here. So it didn't make any sense. I wish they would have, if the plan is going to be Ivy Nile, cool, have Ivy beat Dakota, and then Ivy cheats, uses a weapon to get herself disqualified, and then that protects Lyra, and then you still do exactly what you did. She didn't need to lose again. Dakota having a great match with Lyra is good to see, but fans are getting behind Dakota. They're getting behind her. They are expecting to see WWE push her now. I think it would be crazy not to at least give her a championship this year. I'm not saying she has to be the women's title, the women's world champ, or the WWE women's champ. I personally would love to see Dakota win the women's world champ, get the Money to Bank briefcase and cash in. But if they don't want to do that, that's fine. But she needs to win a championship. She's that good. Like, how many great, awesome matches does she need to have before they decide to give her a championship? That's just my thoughts on that. It's clear as day that out of all three women, Dakota is the most experienced and the better wrestler. And I love all three. I think Lyra is great inside the ring. Her personality is just not there. It's just not there. So we already know what's getting ready to happen. They're going to go with Ivy Nile, who's more well-rounded than Lyra. Ivy's great inside the ring, too. We just don't see it. We're not seeing it enough. So I think when they finally do Ivy versus Lyra, we'll get to see how great Ivy is inside the ring. And her personality, too, is going to shine as well. She's more well-rounded than Lyra. So I hope they do give Ivy the belt. If they're not going to give it to Dakota, you should give it to Ivy. Although I'm pretty sure people are going to say, let Lyra hold it for a little bit longer. I don't know about that. I think they gave Lyra the belt. In my personal opinion, I think they gave Lyra the belt way too soon. Way too soon. As great as she is inside the ring, she's lacking as a personality, as a character. Big time. Let her develop that first. Let her develop that first before giving her a belt. Because I think when Lyra finds her personality, finds a gimmick that works for her, she's going to explode. Because she's already great inside the ring. She just needs the personality to match it. You know what I mean? was other segments on here that I liked. Like seeing CM Punk confront. I say his name right. Logan Paul. Logan Paul smacking CM Punk and then running like a little bitch. Because he's a little bitch. We got Cody Rhodes. Whoa! Having a really good promo with Seth Rollins. Seth he's become quite the storyteller on the microphone. Like, real talk, he's killing it. In my personal opinion, he's doing pretty well. It was also nice seeing Braun Breaker again. Always love seeing Braun Breaker destroying Dominic Mysterio. Can't go wrong with that, although he won by DQ. Okay. AJ Styles confronting Logan Paul, so there you go. That's going to be the WrestleMania match. As I said would happen. Y'all was like, yeah, I can't Logan Paul fight John Cena. No. Logan's not going to fight John Cena because John Cena's going to fight Cody Rhodes. I could have told you that. It was also seeing Penta on the show. Gunther took on Akira Tozawa. I said, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It went as bad as you thought it would. It wasn't bad, but it went as bad for Akira as you thought it would go. New Day was on the show. Can't complain about that. I think I basically covered everything. We're just going to go right back to the show to give you my thoughts on everything we talked about. And we'll, answer some of your questions and talk about anything else that I saw there. So, thank you all for joining me. You could be anywhere for your weekly Raw review. You chose me. So before I get into the preliminary stuff, let me give you some updates of what's happening this week. This is a WWE, very heavy WWE live streaming week. I am planning to do a preview and predictions of WWE. I don't know if it's going to be on Friday or Thursday. I'm aiming for Thursday. Let me play that by ear. Thursday, if not Friday afternoon. We'll see how I'm feeling about that. But there will be a preview and prediction show for Elimination Chamber. But also, because it's WWE centered, tomorrow night on NXT, there will be a live stream for NXT. Yes, sir. The NXT live streams are back for now. Because it's looking like, I had a feeling it was going to be this way, but it's looking like we're going to get a lot of big names on NXT going forward. So I'm excited to see what they do. Plus, the WWE ID program is now kicking off, so we're going to be seeing some new faces on there as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how Shawn Michaels cooks. So yes, live stream for NXT tomorrow, because you guys have been begging for it. I'll play Wednesday by ear. I'm not too sure if I want to do a live stream for AEW this week. I'll do one for next week, because next week is the week of Revolution. Next Sunday. So we'll definitely do that next week. So how about this? This week, let's do live streams for just WWE. So tonight, NXT, preview and predictions, and then Saturday is Elimination Chamber. All live streams. I'll do an upload for AEW on Wednesday. I'll just do a quick upload to give you my thoughts on the show, if it was good, if it's bad, and then we'll go from there. And then next week, we'll get back to live streaming for AEW. We'll do the review of Dynamite next week, and I'll give you my preview and predictions. I'll check out, when are they doing Collision? Are they going to do Collision again on Saturday? If Collision is cold, and I mean like cold in a good way, next Saturday, I'll do a live stream on that too. Because I'm hearing Collision is actually like dope. Like really good. Like good. Alright, well, if it is, then I'll do a live stream on it. And then of course next Sunday will be AEW Revolution. So just to give you guys an update what's coming, it's going to be a busy 2 weeks for me. And I like being busy. And it's going to get busier as we get closer to WrestleMania. Alright, so hope you got all that down. If you have any more questions, just ask me. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing. Whether it's a live reaction, hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord, follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest. All the talkers. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on you. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries just to say hi. And get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling T-Shirt. Are you a Just Alyx guy? Join the club. Get your I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt. High up the press. Also, get your old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get your new school Alyx's World t-shirt, and many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned, join the cause, expand the brand today right here in Alyx's World. Thank you to everybody for joining me for this lovely live stream. Especially to the people who are sponsoring this live stream, SeatGeek. So, let's just say you want to check out Chamber, but you don't want to check it out at home. You want to get you an airplane. Ooh, I don't know about riding airplanes right now. I don't know if you want to get on an airplane. Just be careful. This is not a politics show. Get you an airplane. Fly to Canada. But you get there and you're like, oh my goodness. I don't want to buy it in person. I want to have the tickets on my phone beforehand. You know how you can do that, sir? Using SeatGeek. You can find tickets on SeatGeek for great deals. Why would you want to find tickets on SeatGeek and not just buy them in person? That's a good question, sir. Because if you buy your tickets through SeatGeek using my promo code JustAlyx, you get $20 off any ticket purchase that you make for the first time, of course. Now, if that's something you're interested in, not just for wrestling, but for concerts and whatever floats your boat. Let's get a quick word from the sponsor before we get to some shout-outs. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the event. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlyx, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlyx. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely live stream. As always, show your love to the Mod Squad. Ultra! Shine Nights and First Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Cleo does everything. Highway Dylan, a danger. The Mod, Father Teflon Don, Zeno, Enigma, and of course Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Do me a favor, if you are here and you haven't hit that like button, please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost the algorithm by hitting that like button. Super chats are officially on. Speaking of super chats, quick reminder, this Saturday, the international Super Chat Championship will be on the line, not the World Championship. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. The world title will be defended at WrestleMania, more specifically WrestleMania weekend. You have to donate the most money on both nights of WrestleMania. I'm telling you right now, it gets super competitive. And I mean super competitive for WrestleMania. So if you're going to come for that belt, you best be ready to empty your pockets. But if you know that you can't swim with the big dogs, sorry, that's A&B's thing. They call me the big dog. If you can't swim with the sharks, don't get in the water. Or maybe you want to get in the... I was going to say the baby pool. The international title ain't no baby pool. They scrap. They be scrapping for this title too. So, it's sharks in all the waters. These are shark-infested waters. Don't be getting in the water unless you got the pockets. You better be willing and able to swim at them sharks. So, congratulations, of course, to 2 Live Cannon for winning that belt. I have a feeling that 98% of the time, we'll be taking it back. Unless maybe we get a surprise to take it. We'll have to see. But that's Saturday. No belts in the line tonight. So let's talk about... Well, before we even do any of that, let me go ahead and do the shout-outs really quickly. So let me go ahead and shout out the people who are here in the live chat. Thank you all so much for joining me. You could be anywhere, but you chose me, and I'm grateful for it. So, a lot of people are in here. Jesus Christ. All right, so let me start from the very top. We got SD Kai. I see your goatness, Lauren Biggs. Good to have you here. The Bulldog Gaming Show. Joseph Winters. JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog. Samuel M.E., Trey Lasado, Robin Sucks, Jody Bennett. Woo! What's good, Jody? I see Super Blue. Where the hell have you been, sir? Super Blue is old school subscriber. Super Blue's been here for at least over a decade, because I've been doing this since 2010. I remember Super Blue like way back. Good to have you here, man. YouTube member Dawsey Chadum is here. I think I saw another one. The Beep Jr. Always good to have my YouTube members in his house. I really want to do a members only stream. Just a stream for my members. It would be really cool if we got more people signing up. What I might need to do, because I've been thinking about this too. If I was to... Because there's a couple of tiers I would like to consolidate. I was thinking about consolidating all my tiers into... Let me sit on it, because I was thinking about consolidating the $5 and $10 one. And that allows for live streams. I'll sit on that. But yeah, there's plenty of tiers for you guys to sign up with. And what I would do is just do live streams of certain events. Old school, new school, whatever. But I'll sit on that. Where was I? I lost my spot. I'm sorry. Aaron Teagle. Let me catch up, and then we'll see what we can do. Joe Arredondo. Shadow Star. Kicking it with Leo. That's a sweet ass name, bro. Kicking it with Leo. I think we're getting a multi-man match at Mania for the Intercontinental title. Oh, well, let me go with that. Aaron, the Cody Punk promo from a few weeks ago, the Drew one and now the Seth one, have been a great slow burn start. Yeah, it does feel like Cody is It feels like Cody is being pushed to go heel in more ways than one. They could do it. I wouldn't be listen, if they want to turn Cody heel, you're not going to get me saying no to that. But I don't know. I feel like, and I talked about this on Friday. Well, not Friday. On Saturday for Friday Night SmackDown, specifically. I talked about this past weekend. I feel like this is a swerve for someone else. I'm saying Cena, but Punk could be that swerve too. Drew can be the swerve. Honestly, it'll be Punk or Cena. Drew will be fighting Damian Priest. But for real, like, corporate champion Cena or Punk would be nuts. Cena makes the most sense. Cena makes the most sense. Or they can just turn Cody heel. I'm cool with that too. Cancer Zodiacer. And the last one's gonna go to Mado. I say it right? Because it sounds like Mad-O. Or is it Mado? What's the motto with you? Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on now before I get corny. I'm gonna start saying corny jokes if I don't move on. Thank y'all so much for being here. Again, like the video, all that jazz. We got a Raw review to get to, and it's always great to have you here, right here, in Alyx's world. All right, let's get right to it. Monday Night Raw was live, yeah. Where were they live at? What was that building called? It was Cincinnati, Ohio, right? The Heritage Bank Center. And it looked like it was sold out. They had a solid 13,000 in there, for real. It was a big, big crowd. I wouldn't have noticed because they were quiet. They wasn't as reactive as I wanted them to be. Sadly enough. I didn't like seeing that. But it's always good to have a crowd present. I just kind of wish they were more into the show. They opened up with CM Punk and Logan. Pow! So instantly I just went, because I don't like Logan Paul. He's a piece of garbage. And one day you will all find out. Or you already know he's a piece of garbage, but you're letting it go because he's a good wrestler. He comes out. No one cares about what he's saying. He's blah, blah, blah. I'm good. I'm gonna go to WrestleMania. No, you're not, bitch. And then CM Punk comes out and tears him a new one, essentially saying that you're not going to be remembered for anything that you do within a few years. And I went, a few years? Try by the end of the year. Punk spoke the truth when he said, look here, little man. You might think you're important now, but you're a flash in the pan. And people will know that. But then he told LP the following. One thing you will realize is that at Elimination Chamber, I'm Satan. And you'll be locked in the chamber with me. I went, all right, Rorschach from Watchmen. People are saying that this is a hint that he's turning heel. He's the corporate champion. Again, we'll see. I have an issue with that. Let me finish up the segment. So, Logan Paul slaps Punk in the face. Punk is bleeding. He's liking the pain. And he's like, I'm going to give it back to you. And so, that's how we ended it. It was a good segment. Again, Logan is just easy to hate. So, as long as he's being the heel, it just makes everything else work. I don't know how I feel about CM Punk being the one to be The Rock's corporate champion. He's an obvious pick. He's a good pick. I just don't think he's the pick. You follow me? Are we following what I'm saying here? Could they go with CM Punk? Sure. Should they go with CM Punk? I don't think fans are ready to hate him yet. I think soon we can have him turn heel. Let it happen naturally. It wouldn't be that hard of a transition, trust me. It wouldn't be that hard for fans to start hating CM Punk. It would be a pretty sweet transition. I think right now fans are still looking to, in my opinion, they're still looking to get behind him and love him. So, if anything else, you should probably focus on turning Seth Rollins heel. Because if with the way things are looking with Seth Rollins, you're going to need to turn him heel. Because if you want to do Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, there's no way in hell Seth is the babyface in that. Roman will be the babyface in that. We'll see. That's just me. I don't know if you should turn Seth. Seth probably should turn heel. I don't know if you should turn CM Punk heel. I don't know. Could you make it work? Yeah, I just don't think. Huh. Because here's my thing. Let's just go down this rabbit hole with me really quickly. Let's just play with this for a little bit. Let's just say the favor that Paul Heyman owes CM Punk is a championship match at WrestleMania. So Cena wins, but then Punk gets into the match because of a Paul Heyman favor. And then maybe in the match, we're all thinking it's John Cena, but it ends up being CM Punk, right? Let's say he wins. He goes to the main event, WrestleMania Night 1. Assuming that Rock and Roman is still happening, we'll figure that out later. I still don't even know anymore. But WrestleMania Night 1, Punk wins the title, and that was the favor. And it turns out that Rock was investing in Punk, and he becomes the corporate champion, right? He's the one coming out in suits. Here's my issue with that. So, Punk is now a heel. He's now the corporate champion. What does that look like? That just seems to be literally everything Punk would go against. What does a corporate CM Punk look like? Because I don't know if that's going to work. See, Cody Rhodes being the one that The Rock wants, it wouldn't be that hard of a transition. It really wouldn't be that hard of a transition for Cody to make it work. I think John Cena has always felt like a corporate champion in any goddamn ways. He would just need to wear a suit. And we would buy it instantly. Instantly. I don't know if I can buy CM Punk as a corporate champion. It just feels so out of his orbit. You get what I'm saying?
If Cena fails to win the chamber, he should attack the winner and flip off the Toronto crowd to solidify his heel turn.
I mean, you could always just turn him heel regardless. I agree with you on that. But nah, I think if you're going to turn him heel, it needs to be a WrestleMania in the main event. We'll sit on it. I don't think Punk being a corporate champion is the way to go. That's just how I feel about it. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think about it? Penta defeated, psych, no he didn't, fought Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne. It would have been a nice way to defeat them, but no, instead it was Ludwig Kaiser who pinned Pete Dunne. A much needed victory for Ludwig Kaiser after a really good match. The quality of wrestling has really improved since Penta showed up. You can tell people are trying to keep up with his style, and it's fun to see. This was a really good triple threat match. Ludwig Kaiser getting the pinfall was necessary because he needed that win. They do a lot of hype reels for Chamber throughout the show. Jackie Redmond interviews Rhea Ripley. She says her full focus is defending the belt against IYO SKY next week. And then IYO SKY shows up and goes, "I want your title! I will take your title." And she will take her title. No, she's not. IYO will not beat Rhea next week. But it will be a great match, though. I am curious to know what they're going to do with IYO. Very curious to know. Because think about it for a minute. If, let's just say, follow me here. We go with Bianca. We go with Bianca versus Rhea, right? Heel or not. What does IYO SKY do? I think IYO has to be at WrestleMania. Do we do Dakota Kai and IYO versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez? Damage control? Maybe. Something to really think about. I'm curious. Like, we can't leave IYO SKY off the card. I don't think you should leave IYO SKY off the card. That's just how I feel about it. Definitely something to think about. Let's go on with the rest of the show. New Day New Day comes out in their banger of a theme song to take on the LW Snooze Fest. Cruz did Toro and Joaquin Wilde. The match was fine. I just don't care about the LWL. I don't care. You can tell that the crowd wasn't really into this match. Although they were really trying to make people care. The LWO is just hogwash at this point. I'm waiting for them to join Dominic Mysterio so he can do his own group. But, yeah, I'm not feeling the LWL, quite frankly. They're just fodder for the New Day. New Day to beat up, and that's exactly what they were. So New Day ends up winning this tag match, and then Dragon Lee comes out. He gets his ass kicked too. So New Day stand tall. They walk away. Good heat from the crowd. I think after this was some scuffle with, not like physical, but verbal scuffle with Finn Balor talking to the Judgment Day this week, backstage, next. I don't give a fuck what timeline it is. He was talking to them backstage, and then what ended up happening was that Finn was like, no more people! Don't add no more people in this group. And he's going to add another person. He's going to add more people in the group. And then Dom is going to take over. And then Finn will be kicked out. You see it coming, right? You see that they're getting ready to kick out Finn Balor. As they should. So I think after this was Gunther, right? Gunther! Nah, 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 nah. Gunther calls out Akira Tozawa as a warm-up match before he fights Jey Uso. And he compared Akira to Jey, saying, hey, you want to be given an opportunity, right? Well, here you go. You're going to be Jey Uso for the night. And then Akira ends up booting him in the face, getting some, getting that one little hope spot in there where he rolled him up and you're thinking, oh, God, he's going to pin. No, he wasn't going to pin him. And then Gunther beat his ass. And I mean, beat his ass. So Triple H clearly likes Akira Tozawa, as you should, because Akira is actually a really good wrestler. I just feel like this is one of those instances where I wish we had a cruiserweight division. I think Triple H could make that work better than Vince did. But, man, like Akira Tozawa, you see how good he is, but you just know he's got a ceiling. But it was nice to see him get in there with Gunther and have a short but pretty solid match. Gunther does win. Of course he does. He completely destroys him. And then after the match, Jey Uso comes out. Big pop. Big pop for Jey Uso. The crowd's going crazy and they're doing the heat. You like to see it. And I think after that was Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria. Yep. Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria. All right, so let me just say this. When I talk about Lyra Valkyria, I know it comes across as if I'm giving her a hard time, I'm hating on her, because there's this idea that I don't think she's good enough to be on the main roster, right? The reality is, I don't determine whether or not she's good enough. That's Triple H and that's WWE. Do I think she could use a little bit more seasoning? A little bit more meat on the bone? Absolutely. I do think maybe a couple more years in NXT would have done her some things, would have done her very well. Because I'm sorry, like, as much as I like her, and I know she's great inside the ring, there are people on NXT right now that have more personality than Lyra Valkyria. Stephanie McCurr, Julia, Lola Vice, Jada Parker, Cora Jade. Should I keep going? Jordan Grace. Should I keep going? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to hate on Kalani Jordan. I'm not trying to hate on Lyra. I just think, all right, when I look at NXT, Roxanne Perez, when I look at NXT and I see all these women that are clearly better than Lyra, they might not be, in terms of the in-ring aspect, I do believe Lyra is better than a good 70% of them. But in terms of like an overall wrestler, like overall, She's definitely like last on the list in terms of personality. But regardless of how I feel about it, I understand why they're pushing her hard. They see something in Lyra, and they're giving her the experience. They're giving her this TV time because they're trying to find the diamond in the rough. But this is starting to feel like Austin Theory. Remember when they were pushing Austin Theory really, and I mean really hard, to the point where they had him beat John Cena at WrestleMania, and nothing came from that? That's what I'm talking about. That's where Lyra is. Austin Theory is amazing inside the ring, but Jesus, is he bland as a character. Lyra's the same way. I think Lyra is amazing inside the ring, but not the best personality. Just not the best. Once she finds that personality, she's going to be great. So, I had a feeling going into this match, you had Dakota Kai win last week, beating Ivy Nile. I'm thinking, all right, well, either Dakota's going to win this week or Ivy Nile's going to come in and screw us over. And screw one of them over. And that's what I thought they were going to do. I'm thinking, well, maybe Ivy will come in and attack Lyra to protect Dakota so she doesn't lose, and then we can get back to this later, right? No, they just had a match. The match was good, very good, and Lyra just beats Dakota again. And you're like, what was the point of having Dakota win last week if you were just going to have her lose clean again? I would have rather you have Ivy win last week and then have Ivy lose by DQ. I really would have rather you have done that, because it was a waste of time, in my personal opinion, to have Dakota just lose twice. Especially since fans are getting behind her. Fans want to see Dakota win. I think Dakota is very likable by the fans. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Dakota is the greatest in the microphone, but she at least has personality. Not the best talker, but I know who Dakota Kai is. How about that? I find Dakota Kai a lot more appealing than Lyra. So Lyra Valkyria taking on Ivy Nile next. Honestly, I'm going to say the same thing. Maybe they should put the belt on Ivy Nile. At least Ivy has a personality, and she's also great inside the ring. You just don't know about it yet. You'll find out soon. I do think American Made are going to win all the titles. I do see them beating the War Raiders for those titles soon, and then her winning the belts here. And then, of course, Chad Gable will return. Can't wait for that one. And then we can do Chad Gable and Braun Breaker. Ooh! 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 Chad Gable and Braun motherfucking Breaker. Give it to me. That's a WrestleMania match. I hope we do that at WrestleMania. We won't. We're going to do Braun Breaker and probably AJ. Oh, no. Hold on for a minute. Hold up. Braun Breaker and Sheamus. Sheamus is going to beat Braun Breaker for the IC title at WrestleMania. Alright. But yeah, Dakota lost. Ivy came in afterwards and attacked freaking Lyra. Don't know why she didn't just come in during the match, but whatevs. Video package of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the unsanctioned fight on Saturday. They did a video package or a sit-down interview with Sami Zayn where he talked about going to Kevin's house and meeting his grandmother. Awkward. He was going to go over there to whip up Kevin's ass because Kevin went to his house on Friday and that was weird. You stalker. But he chose not to do it, but he says he's turning in the animal I will become and you will live. No one can help me change this animal. Dun 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 dun. I can't escape this hell. Dun 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 dun. So many times I've tried. Sorry. SmackDown vs. Raw fans, high five. But yeah, essentially, Sammy's basically becoming 3 Days Grace. Looking forward to the match on Saturday. Braun Breaker destroyed Dominic Mysterio until Judgment Day came out and beat him up. So, here's that. And then they teased Braun Breaker versus Finn Balor, which... Look, Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, Sheamus, Braun Breaker, Edge. Man, just do a multi-man match. Screw it. Just put them all on WrestleMania. I think we'd be cool with it. And then we got the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes showing up on Raw, basically saying, look, y'all, I don't know. I don't know what's getting ready to happen. On Saturday. But The Rock wants me to be your champion, but without the work. I don't have to do much. I can just show up. It'd be an easy job for me. And it sounded like he was considering it. Like he's going to consider it. But Seth Rollins came out and said, hold on, bitch. Now, hold on a minute, player. Pippin'. No, he didn't turn to Cat Williams. Pippin'. He didn't turn to Cat Williams. He just came out and said, why the hell are you considering this? After I took a chair shot for you, motherfucker. With a broken freaking knee, you're gonna turn to the dark side? After everything I did for you? Hold on, bitch. Now, we didn't agree to that. You're not gonna turn no dark side. Here's what you gonna do, Cody. You gonna say no to The Rock. I'm gonna win Chamber, and I'll see you at WrestleMania, buddy boy. Essentially, that's what he said. He's telling Cody to not do it. Don't join the dark side. Don't go with Darth Sidious. Don't become Darth Rhodes. And be a good person and have a babyface versus babyface match with him in WrestleMania. I like these series of promos that Cody is having with these wrestlers, because even with CM Punk, you can see Cody cracking a little bit and kind of leaning into the heel turn, which I like. We'll see. Seth is not winning Chamber, but I'm curious to know where we go from here. I think after this is the main event, right? Jey Uso talked to A-Town Down. No one gives a fuck. Yeah, Bianca Belair and Naomi take on Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. So, like I said, this was one of my favorite, if not my favorite, women's tag match with those belts, period. I have not been a fan of the women's tag team division. I have not been a fan of the women's tag team belts. But when the women have great matches, when they have a great match, I will say they had a great match. And so far, this is my favorite women's tag match for those belts they've had. I thought it was awesome. Crowd was into it. I was kind of just looking out there like, where's Jade at? Where the hell is Jade? When does Jade come in? I was thinking that she was going to come in or something was going to happen that distracted Bianca and Naomi and allowed for Liv and Raquel to win. But no, the distraction was Dominic Mysterio, not Jade. Which is what it needed to be, honestly. But yeah, the near falls in the last 10 minutes were nuts. Crowd was going nuts for those near falls, and they were great near falls. But of course, I think it was Naomi who ended up hitting her head on the top turnbuckle, and this allowed Liv to get the pinfall on her. 1, 2, 3. Liv and Raquel are your new women's tag team belts, and I love that after they lost, there was a quick shot of Bianca on the outside looking like, bitch, what the fuck did you just do? Did you just lose me my tag team titles, bitch? I love it. So I think this is the third. The third, right? The third women's tag team titles win for Liv and Raquel. Number 3. What? Oh, what? We'll see. We'll see about that. So I loved it. I think when it comes to Jade Cargill, whoever attacked her, Naomi or Bianca, I think it's Bianca, but we'll see. We won't find out probably until next week. We could find out on Saturday. Maybe Jade will show up on Saturday, and we'll find out. But I don't think... I don't think we're going to get the reveal until after Chamber. So, we'll see. We'll definitely see where that goes. But I thought overall this was a good episode of Monday Night Raw. If I was to give it a grade, B, 8 out of 10. And I'm excited about Chamber. Are you? If so, let me know. Live chat, you have the floor. How are we feeling about the show? What were your thoughts about certain topics we talked about? How'd you feel about Cody and who you think the corporate champion is? How y'all feel about CM Punk being a corporate champion? Because I don't know. It doesn't fit for his character. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying that you can't have him as a corporate champion. It just doesn't fit. Not for me. It doesn't fit. All right, let me go through your comments. Let me see what you guys have been saying. Yeah, you guys can ask me questions, by the way, as I'm reading your comments here. Once again, what's good, Jody Bennett? And give me your scores. Give me your grades. Give me your scores. 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest. A, B, C, D, F. A being the highest, of course. F being the lowest. There was a sign that said, "Cena, I don't see you." I didn't see that. Sorry, I did that. Sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so lame. Lauren Biz, Moose versus Obafemi is a WrestleMania match. For sure. For sure. John Cena versus Joe Hendry. Moose versus Obafemi are bang. Oh, man. John Cena. Is that official? Cena versus Joe Hendry? Is that official? After Obafemi beats Moose, that's when Zilla Fatu should debut. Yeah, Zilla Fatu? I think Zilla's going to go to the main roster, not NXT. I think Zilla, especially with Jacob. Oh, damn. Come on now. Come on. Let's see here. Here's your heel faction name. This should be called the Hollywood Nightmares. The Rock, Hollywood Cody Rhodes, and heel John Cena. Get it? The Hollywood Nightmares? Because 2 of them are from Hollywood? God. That's hilarious. We'll see. Texas native here, just like yourself. All right, well, kicking it with Leo. Good to have you here, man. Good to have you here. CM Punk said, "I'll stab you in the front. I am Satan himself." Cena said, "Best for business." It could be either one of them. I think Cena is the best choice. The more we talk about it, I think it's going to be Cena. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. A&B Convos has arrived. You know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the premier channel right here in the wrestling YouTube space. Say hello to A&B Convos. Wrestling edition. A&B, are we still on for part 2 of your podcast this weekend? Are we still on for part 2? Because I think a part 2 is a necessary right now. Let me know. Let me know. It's very curious because there's a lot of topics we gotta get to. But thank you for being here. And always show them love. That is family right there. Even if Cody doesn't turn heel, it's a character development and more nuances to the character. Yeah, I don't think Cody is lacking in character development at all. I think you can use that for a heel turn down the line, for sure. Lyra needs heel Big Bird managing her since PFC went out of business. Lauren's gonna get us in trouble, y'all. Calling her a Big Bird. Gunther versus Tozawa was a snooze fest. I disagree. I actually like Gunther and Tozawa because of the story that it told. Raquel is now a 5-time tag team champ. That is true. Oh my goodness. So Raquel won 3 with Liv and then 2 with Wait. She won 1 with Dakota, 3 with Liv, and then 1 with Aaliyah? Aaliyah, right? I think it's Aaliyah. Give me all the people she went with. I know 3 with Liv, because this is the 3rd one with Liv. 1 with Dakota. I think it is with Aaliyah, right? Thank you. It is Aaliyah. I just wanted to be sure. I miss Aaliyah. What's she up to? What's she been doing? The women shined tonight. Yes, they did. Women was great. Breaking news. Dave Seltzer has reported we won't get a reveal for Jade Cargill until after WrestleMania 42. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. What are your thoughts on the Ryan Nemeth suing AEW and this story about this story? My thoughts on the story about WWE's morale going down due to the declining raises. So let me talk about WWE first. I might have to talk about AEW or revisit it again on Wednesday because I haven't really seen the lawsuit, if I'm being honest with you. But the morale thing, I'm not surprised because it ties into this idea that you're seeing WWE have this boom, right? And you're seeing that they're all making the most money that they've ever made. WWE is just doing crazy business. And the wrestlers feel like, okay, that's great, but because we're booming and because we're doing a lot more traveling, we should be getting paid more for that, right? And a lot of wrestlers are realizing that they're still kind of stuck at the same levels they've been at. They haven't really been advancing in terms of money or in terms of characters on television, right? And so if there is morale that's low as a result, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than I can't be upset that they feel a little depressed or, you know, disenfranchised because they're not getting over as much or making as much money, especially with WWE being as high as it is. Because that does make sense. I get that. They have every right to feel that way. But the other side of that is, well, guys, goddamn, like, The Rock, Cody, Roman, Seth, fuck. Like, CM Punk, what do you want them to do? I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. I might need to, let me get more information on, like, who are these people that feel like they're not getting enough TV time and they're not getting paid as much. It's the same thing with the women. It sounds like the same thing with the women, where it's like, we're not getting enough creative and we're not featured all that much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that Ryan Nemeth lawsuit, because that, I haven't really looked at it yet because I'm pretty sure it's BS. Did Fightful talk about it? Let me see. Fightful select Ryan Nemeth. I'm actually gonna look it up. Let me look it up. Let me say, Ryan Nemeth has filed a lawsuit and lost under the Supreme Superior Court against AEW. Okay, against AEW, Tony Khan, and CM Punk. The lawsuit alleges assault, breach of contract, breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. What is this? And intentional interference with prospective advantage. Is this a joke? There's no way this is real. Hold up. Y'all, let me read you this. Y'all might want to sit tight because I'm going to go through this. Says here from the lawsuit, Ryan Nemeth is a successful actor comedian, and stuntman. Nemeth also followed his older brother Nick's career and has established himself as a star performer on the professional wrestler circuit. Okay. Nemeth was under contract with AEW. AEW is owned by Shahid and Tony Khan. Shahid Khan is the owner of the NFL franchise Jacksonville Jaguars. When his son Tony managed to alienate most everyone within the Jaguars organization, Tony was moved to a leadership role in the Khan family-owned Fulham Football Club. Tony ended up mismanaging Fulham, leading to multiple lawsuits against the club. Since he was a child, Tony loved professional wrestling and had an obsession with certain wrestlers. The Khan family formed AEW to provide Tony with something to do, safely away from his family's other venue. What? He completely... Listen, I've been slandering Tony for what feels like a full year now. But, I mean, goddamn. This guy thinks he's mighty highly of himself. Okay, he talked about Punk. Let me see. Punk was already wrestling under contract. Tony had deep fascination with Brooks. The deep fascination with Brooks. Brooks undertook a campaign to undertook a campaign to terrorize and intimidate plaintiff, including physical assault. AEW and Tony Khan did nothing to protect Ryan Nemeth and other wrestling performers from despicable conduct on the part of Brooks. AEW turned a blind eye to Brooks' conduct because of Tony's deep admiration for Brooks and because he was their most popular wrestling performer. At Brooks and Tony's assistance, AEW and Tony Khan have undertaken an effort to blackball Nemeth. Okay. And this is just a lot of fluff here. Alright, anyways. Okay, that feels like a bunch of bullshit, so we're just gonna leave it at that. I'm actually kind of upset you made me read that. No, I'm just joking. See, this is why AEW is just seen as jokes, because that's embarrassing. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it off right there. After reading that, I'm tapped out. So thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate you for making me a part of your day as you file out, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. Now, NXT tomorrow night, we will be live again. Wednesday will not be live. That will be an AEW upload. Thursday, let me play Thursday and Friday by ear. I'm not too sure when I'm going to do the preview and predictions. I'm going to be aiming for Thursday, but it will probably be Friday. So let's play that one by ear. And then, of course, Saturday night will be the live stream for Elimination Chamber. So look for that. And then, yes, the Super Chat International Championship will be on the line. On the line. So come with your wallets ready. But thank you all so much for making me a part of your day. As you file out, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's world. The place it is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. When you're in